There are new details tonight on an alleged murder-for-hire plot that some claim involves L.A. County Sheriff deputies with ties to Mexican drug cartels.
Now a central figure in the case is speaking out for the first time, and he's not happy at all with the department's handling of the case. KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan joins us now with new details on this developing story. Dave?
Yeah, this reads like a scene out of a shoot-'em-up movie or a television show. It's pretty amazing. The Sheriff's Department says, forget about it, never happened. But some people aren't so sure. The Sheriff's Department says that it has left no stone unturned in investigating the charges and found not one shred of evidence those charges are true. But not everyone in the department agrees with that finding, and even some major Crimes Bureau investigators wrote that some evidence appeared to be consistent with the informant story.
I thought it was my duty to continue to keep the department in a lawful, conducting itself in a lawful manner. That's what we're all sworn to do, is uphold the law.
L.A. County Sheriff's Department Lieutenant Catherine Voyer, who pushed the department to investigate charges that some deputies with ties to a Mexican drug cartel were allegedly involved in a murder-for-hire plot, says she has serious doubts the department conducted a thorough investigation.
Do you feel like it's a cover-up? Whitewash?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
There was no additional information that was asked for, requested for.
Voyer, who's suing the department for alleged retaliation against her, says even the two deputies who brought the information to her from an informant in jail were never interviewed by Sheriff's Department investigators.
Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
In Pasadena this week, where he attended an inspection and academy graduation ceremony for new sheriff's deputies, L.A. County Sheriff Lee Baca told me the investigators took the charges very seriously, but when they tried to verify the details given by the informant, they didn't hold up under scrutiny.
Stories changed over a period of time when the investigators started to talk to the individual himself. And we were asking a lot of questions as to location, places, names. And the two deputies named were people who had arrested him for the very crime that he was in jail for in the first place. So it was a very coincidental conflict of interest on his part to say, well, these are the two that were out there doing what he alleged.
But we've learned exclusively that an earlier investigation by another branch of the Sheriff's Department indicated that the actions and movements of the two suspect deputies on the night the informant was arrested on child molestation charges raised some unanswered questions about the deputies' actions and may have strengthened the informant's credibility. I asked Voyer's attorney about that.
If this informant said that a deputy was at a certain place at a certain time, you can check their logs, you can check the records and see if that's corroborated or not. And if they do, as I understand they do in this case, that definitely supports the claim of the informant.
The investigation has not, and I repeat this, has not shown any truth, verification, validation of any of these allegations. Even the individuals that the so-called informant said was with him during these situations, they say he's not telling the truth. He's fabricating this whole situation.
Sheriff's Department spokesman Steve Whitmore says the findings that the deputies' movements may have raised questions was part of a preliminary probe, not the findings of the 18-month-long full-blown investigation, which he says found no bodies buried, as the informant had said, and no record of anyone missing or being the victim of foul play in the area. Now this may be becoming an issue in the campaign for L.A. County Sheriff. Bob Olmsted, a former commander in the Sheriff's Department, also a former whistleblower himself, says it's unconscionable that it took the Sheriff's Department 18 months to conclude its investigation when such important questions were looming. Whether L.A. County deputies were involved with the cartel and whether they may have been involved in a murder-for-hire plot. Dave Bryan reporting. Lena, back to you.
All right.